Welcome to part 2 of my Absolute Batman collection. If you're new here, make sure you go back and check out the first one in the series where we hit all the first issues, the variants, and some of the reprints. In this one, we're going over issue number 2 through 10, talking about the ratios, the key significance, what makes them valuable, what they're going for on Key Collector, and how I got them. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe, because this is an epic journey through the Absolute Batman collection where we're going to finish with all the grails, the exclusives, and all the signed books. Now that we got the premiere issue and all of that out of the way, we're going to start moving on to issue number 2 through issue number 10. As you notice, a lot less reprints, exclusives, things like that came out for these issues. So you're going to see, once we get past issue 10 in this video, everything changes. So we're going to start off with the Dan Pantoja first print, issue number 2. This is the introduction of Oswald Cobblepot in the story, Edward Nygma, Harvey Dent as adults without their mainstream universe alter egos. There's all kinds of different keys and different appearances in these early issues. You also have Selina Kyle on the last page, and then Absolute Batman 2 was precedented by a black and white ash can. So I'm reading these notes off of Key Collector, and I didn't pick up cover A. So in the early issues, if you know me, I always pick up the cool issues, cool covers, whatever it may be. I don't normally always go for the cover A's. I know a lot of people only buy cover A's. I buy the coolest covers I want. So I went with the Dan Pantoja, so I have that one. So beyond happy and thrilled to have that. And then I had to pick up one of the reprints. So this is the third printing. This is actually one of the interiors from issue number 2. Love this page. I think it was on one of the last pages. Lights a skyscraper on fire, has the bat signal light up with the flames. Just absolutely epic. So this is a great cover, and these are the only two I have. The reprints, ratios, variants didn't start really picking up until a few more issues after this. Now we have issue number 3, the Nick Dragotta cover, main cover. This was the issue that really kind of turned things around and was like, oh my god, Absolute Batman's going to be so crazy. And it was this scene in particular when he's fighting everybody on the steps, gets up on his cape, bro. It is just insane, because like I said, issue number 1 and 2 was just a little bit more of a setup, but this is where I was like, this story and series is going to be totally different and something on another level. You also have full appearance of Selina Kyle as a child, introduction of Julia Pennyworth, and first appearance of Al, an artificial intelligence robot created by Edward Nygma. And when I have the cover A's, I'll give you the Key Collector prices. This one's hitting about 25 bucks on Key Collector. I've seen it more around like 40, kind of 45, 50 bucks. They keep going up. These cover A's every week, they're like $5 more. But for me, my Absolute Batman collection, I've only sold like 2 or 3 books out of the collection. Other than that, I'm just going to keep it complete forever. So beyond happy to have the cover A for issue number 3. Now we have one of my favorite covers. They reused this as one of the reprints for issue number 1 as one of the ratios for one of the reprints. But we have issue number 4, Absolute Batman, Origin of Batman, early days as a vigilante, and the background of the Bat archetype. So again, total random keys, origins, things like that. You also had the first appearance of Randall Powers as an organized crime affiliate. So this cover A, first print on Key Collectors, hitting about $35. Seen this one kind of trend about 50 bucks, but again, just an absolute epic cover with all of his spikes coming out. He takes his spikes out of the back, throws those into the bad guys. This issue and issue number 3 definitely set the tone for what this book was going to be. Brutal, dark, gritty. Everything I love in a comic book, especially when it comes to superhero stuff, I love more of the brutal stories. Going into issue number 5, this is when the story really set for me, and I was like, okay, I'm basically all in. So this is where I started picking up all the open order covers, the variants, the exclusives, anything I could, and this is where I started putting the 1 in 25s and 1 in 50s on my pull list when I could get them. This is part 5 of the 6-part opening arc, so first little story arc starting to come to a close. This is hitting about 30 bucks on Key Collector, but realistically, I've seen these hit about 50 bucks. So if you have them, gorgeous cover. I love the background. I love this cover, and then the other Catwoman cover where they have kind of the skyscape on the background. Just really nice coloring, really nice line work. and just a great cover to have. So happy to have the issue number 1 cover A, but then we have one of the big boys. I know Clayman with all his exclusives and stuff like that, going crazy, blah, 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 blah. But man, these 1 in 50s, whoo, they are fire. Absolute fire. So just beyond thrilled to own this. I'm a big fan of purple and pinks in artwork. So this is one of the first ratios that I picked up. I'm actually taking this to Heroes Con to maybe get it signed by the Man Boys. Like I said, I don't really buy their exclusives because they're so overpriced. They're not even fun to try and collect or anymore. But gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. Again, the 1 in 50 ratio. This was the first ratio I got for the run. Moving on, we have Absolute Batman issue number 6. Now we're concluding the first story arc. We have the second cameo of Absolute Joker, cameo in Absolute Batman number 1, and first mention of Bane. We have the cover A, another banger, high of $25. Again, I've seen this around like $40, but just another gorgeous, gorgeous cover. This is the only one I have. I don't have any reprints. I don't have any of the variants, but this was the issue. I'm saving all the exclusives, all the signed books to the end of the series, but this issue kicked off my exclusive kick with this book. So I have multiple exclusives when it comes to this issue. Here we have a harder one to find. This is where a lot of people start jumping into Absolute Batman. We have the first appearance of Victor Freeze, the son of Victor and Nora Freeze, who turned into monstrous humanoids in the final panel. We have the Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Shout out to the homie Bill Sienkiewicz. If you don't know, I work for Rups Comics. We are affiliated with Alex Ross and Bill Sienkiewicz, so I had to get this cover. I actually don't have the main cover. I have a couple of exclusives as well for this, but again, just thrilled to have the Bill Sienkiewicz. Just an epic, epic pose on that one. You'll notice I get some cover A's and I pick up the variants. I just get whatever is the coolest issue. I wish I was pulling all the cover A's at this point and open orders. I think at issue number 10 is where I started pulling all cover A's and just basically every single cover. But here we have issue number 8. We have the conclusion of the Mr. Freeze arc. High on cover A is around $25. So just a gorgeous, creepy, crazy cover. This is where you start seeing what they were going to do with some of the villains, and again with some of the issues setting the tone for the series with Bane and Joker and everybody we have now. Mr. Freeze definitely sets the tone for the book. Moving on to issue number 9, this Bane arc was absolutely epic. It was a start to finish roller coaster ride. I couldn't love it more. So definitely love me some Bane and Absolute Batman. Introduction of Bane, introduction of Deathstroke briefly in a photograph, introduction of Dick Grayson, high around $35. We have the main cover, all that good stuff. This is where the exclusives really started heating up because we are on right now 15 variants, and it's going to start going up and up and up once we get past issue number 10. So issue number 8 had 13 variants, we're on 15, and we're just going to keep moving on up. So again, Bane, issue number 9, absolutely gorgeous cover A. We're going to end this little second part of the series, and if you missed the first part, check the video, check the description, all that will be linked. Went through issue number 1, went through a bunch of the reprints, some of the variants for issue number 1, the open order, the ratios, my 9.8 slab, my work in progress oversized. So that's issue number 1. Like I said, we're just going to be going through my whole collection. But here we have Absolute Batman 10. I went with the Gabriel Dell'Otto cover. Such a good cover. Waylon Jones introduced as Killer Croc. Introduction of Clayface as the Clay Biome. First appearance of Dr. Arkham. Main covers going for around $40. Again, things were heating up. We were getting more and more variants. This is right around 14 variants. But as soon as we cross over issue number 11, the variants and the open order covers just go up and up and up. So let me know if you have any of these covers. Let me know if you're chasing any of these covers. And if you don't have any of these, they are great to pick up. Absolute Batman is one of the hottest thing in comics. But if you can't afford these, if you can't find them at your LCS, pick up the trades. Pick up the collected editions. We just had the free comic book day Jim Lee's. So check those out. But you definitely should be reading this. If you're not, check it out. Check out the Absolute Universe. All of it's really, really good in my opinion. Definitely check it out. I've never been a huge DC reader or fan besides like the movies and the games and stuff. But when it comes to Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, the Absolute Universe, all of it, it's changed the game. So we're going to end this video off. The next part, we'll start getting into some of the more variants. The open order covers will hit Absolute Batman, like issue number 11 through 15. And you're going to see how different things get with the variants, the open order stuffs, and the exclusives. So hopefully you guys have a great day. If you're at HeroesCon, stop, say hello, check me out. I'm going to be all over the place. Drop a like, check me out on Instagram, check us out on whatnot. But most importantly, have a great day. Have a great week. Read your books. Collect what you love. Stay legendary. But as always, I hope you guys find what you're looking for. Thank you.